This is my Dyno Nitro. Most of the components on this bike are dated 92 or 93, so I would imagine this was sold as a 93 model. Things in pretty good shape. I just did an overhaul on it. Polished all the chrome, scrubbed down the wheels real good. Dropped all my bearings and stuff in my engine degreaser parts bucket and thoroughly cleaned everything and repacked all my bearings and waxed my paint, and I did it all, and it turned out real nice. The bike is basically 98% original. The seat post clamp there is not factory, and I did replace the brake cable. The tires and tubes were even the original Chenshin tires. It was sitting on some flats when I bought it. I installed some patch kits and took some old freestyle tires, cut the beads off of them, and installed them in there, and they're holding strong. I took the bike for a little road test ride myself. Oh, it took me right back. The geometry of these mid-school bikes, and in the early series of the mid-school, the tall front ends still rolling over from the late 80s. Real tall handlebars are full width. These are uncut. I lucked out there. They're still 28 inches wide. Just an enormous rise to them. These are like a 9.5 inch rise. I didn't actually take and throw down a tape measure on them, but they're some tall boys. I hand polished the Dyno aluminum stem, and it's just glistening. It turned out quite nice. The fork chrome is better than the handlebar chrome. When I hand polished all the chrome, the handlebars had some heavier rust on them from sitting or whatever, and there's some light scarring if you really get right down on it. I kind of doubt you could even see it in this video. I mean, you got to put your face to it to see it. The handle grips were in remarkable shape. They're kind of a testament to how much this bike was used by its previous owner. I bought it from a guy who he was selling it. It was his kid's bike. His kid went off to college, and I'm picking it up, and I asked him, "Are you sure he knows you're getting rid of this?" "Oh yeah, I called him," he said. He said just get rid of it. So I, happily paid down and took it off his hands for him, and got restoring it right away, polishing it up and bringing it back to its former glory. There's no dents or cracks in the frame. I went over every inch of it with my wax and everything, but there is some damage from a kickstand that was mounted behind the bottom bracket shell on the on the chain stays here. It's not so evident on the top side, but when you flip the bike over and you get underneath there, there's a dent right there from the kickstand pinch on both of these chain stays. So that's the only real negative I've got to point out about it. I mean, since they are the original tires, it could use some new tires. I got it back on the road by doing the patch kits and installing some old freestyle tires with the beads cut off them as some tire liners, and it's holding strong. It was proving well on the road test. But they're aged. These gum walls, the side walls get so dried out, and then it's just to the point where it's nothing but the threads holding them together. And so that's why installing that liner inside there is, it's doing the job. But in the long run, I guess get what you can mileage-wise out of these tires, and have thoughts of replacing them in the future. Yeah, it's a pretty ripping little bike. Thanks for having a look.